Longitude. So longitude measures the distance in degrees east or west of the prime meridian. Lines of longitude are also known as meridians. Now, the prime meridian is located at 0 degrees longitude, and that is a reference point for longitude. There's really no geographical reference. Like with latitude, the equator is halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole. For longitude, there's really not a good geographical point. So the Earth just rotates on its axis through all of these longitude lines. So it was established in 1884 as a line from the North Pole to the South Pole running through Greenwich, England, which was the home of the Royal Naval Observatory, because longitude was very important for naval travel, for ships. But measurements east of the prime meridian run from 0 degrees to 180 degrees east. So if we're going east, we're going this way. And then measurements west of the prime meridian run from 0 degrees to 180 degrees west. Now, this stops at 90 degrees here because that's basically as far as you can go without turning the globe here. But the rest of them will be on around behind that. So again, longitude kind of works like latitude as far as a measurement. And again, we have longitude east of the prime meridian going this way. We have longitude west of the prime meridian going that way. It does run through Greenwich, England, right about here. And that is our prime meridian, which is 0 degrees. Now, what you do is very similar to measuring latitude. The longitude is measured as an angular measurement from the prime meridian to the center of the Earth and then back out to that point on the surface. And that angle that makes, that is your longitude. Now, semicircles. A semicircle is a half of a circle. So lines of longitude are not parallel to each other, like lines of latitude. Latitude lines are all parallel to each other. Longitude lines are not. There are large semicircles that extend vertically from pole to pole. So they go around from the North Pole to the South Pole. And if you look down at one of the poles on a globe, then those longitude lines come out looking like the spokes of a wheel. So like this map right here. So you have the North Pole here, and you have these lines of longitude or meridians coming out, and they look like spokes of like a bicycle wheel. The line of longitude opposite the prime meridian is the 180 degree meridian. And here basically east lines of longitude meet west lines of longitude. That 180 degree meridian is also known as the international date line. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. Now, degrees of longitude. This kind of works the same as latitude. So also measured in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So Washington, D.C., for example, is at 38 degrees, 53 minutes, 23 seconds north. That's our latitude. And then 77 degrees, 0 minutes, 33 seconds west. That is our longitude. Now, the distance between meridians is variable. Like with latitude, the distance between parallels is the same. With meridians, it does change depending on where you're at. So 1 degree of longitude is 111 kilometers at the equator. Okay, so it's the same as it would be for latitude. And then about one minute is about 1.85 kilometers, and you can take that and divide it by 60 and figure out what 1 second is equal to. Now, 1 degree of longitude is only about 20 kilometers if we go to 80 degrees north, because the meridians get closer together as you get closer to the pole. In fact, if you get all the way to the North Pole, which is 90 degrees north, 1 degree of longitude is 0 kilometers. There is no longitude when you're at one of the poles. Okay. And again, you have the same sort of thing here with your angles. 1 degree is 60 minutes. 1 minute is divided into 60 seconds. So therefore, 1 degree is also 3,600 seconds. Now, using these coordinates, So you need both latitude and longitude to locate a position. So it's not sufficient to say Charlotte, North Carolina is located at 35 degrees 14 minutes north. Can't just say that. This could really refer to any location that is on that line of latitude. Okay, so if this is my 35 degrees 14 minutes, really anywhere on that line, if that's all I had was the latitude, it could be anywhere on that line around the globe. So you need a grid. You need a place where these two lines cross, just like if you were graphing something. So same thing if you said Charlotte, North Carolina is located at 80 degrees 50 minutes west. Well, that could be anywhere on that meridian or that line of longitude. But Charlotte, North Carolina is located at 35 degrees 14 minutes north and 80 degrees 50 minutes west. Now, if you put those two together, you end up with a cross point here, like where the two come together. So the line of longitude meets the line of latitude, and they cross each other, and that gives you a location. Now, these are always given in that order of latitude first, then longitude. So your north or south measurement, your latitude, always comes before your east or west measurement or your longitude.